1886, Harper's Magazine wrote, "The fascination with baseball has seized the American people, regardless of age, sex, or other condition." Minnesotans were certainly fascinated. They especially loved to see the Twin Cities battle with bats and balls. The Millers against the Saints.
The first downtown ballpark was built in 1889. It was behind the West Hotel on First Avenue North. It's right on the current site of Butler Square across the street from the Target Center. It was a tiny little ballpark, probably no more than 250 feet from home plate down the foul lines. And it meant that in the 1890s, even though this was a period when home runs were not a big part of the game, a lot of home runs were hit, especially by the Millers. In 1895, the Millers' first baseman, Perry Moose Worden, hit 45 home runs, which is hardly an unheard of total today. But it was at that time. It was an organized baseball record and one that stood for 24 years until a fellow by the name of Babe Ruth took up the business of hitting home runs and eventually broke that. In 1896, the Millers had their first pennant winner. They won the Western League pennant, but they did so in a new ballpark because early in the season they were given their eviction notice from Athletic Park. The ground in which the ballpark stood had been sold, and they were given 30 days to find a new place to play. So while the team took off for a road trip to the east, not knowing where their new home would be when they got back to the Twin Cities, they found a brand new wooden ballpark waiting for them on the corner of 31st and Nicollet, just off Lake Street. It eventually became known as Nicollet Park. The Lexington Park opened on the corner of Lexington and University in 1897 and served as the home of the St. Paul Saints until 1956. It opened 1 year after Nicollet Park, closed 1 year after Nicollet, and was in existence for 60 years, just like Nicollet Park.
And as the Twin Cities grew, so too did the rivalry between two of minor league baseball's winningest teams.
The highlights of the rivalry between the Millers and Saints were the holiday doubleheaders. On Decoration Day, the 4th of July, and Labor Day, the teams would play a doubleheader with a morning game at one ballpark, at Lexington Park in St. Paul or at Nicollet Park in Minneapolis, and then the afternoon game would be at the other ballpark. So all the people after attending the morning game would hop the streetcar and follow their heroes across the river into enemy territory for the afternoon game. One of the best remembered games was the morning game of the 4th of July doubleheader in 1929, when a tremendous brawl broke out between the Millers and Saints. The dugouts emptied. It was a brawl that was still being written about 40, 50 years later. And Sammy Bone, a reserve Miller infielder who was not playing in the game but was coaching first base at the time that the brawl broke out, came out of the coaching box to land some of the hardest punches in that fight. And the next day, the headline over Halsey Hall's story in the Minneapolis Journal read, "Sammy Bone doesn't play, but gets more hits than those who do."
Millers and Saints fans saw some of baseball's greatest players. Ted Williams played for the Millers in 1938, his last stop on the way to the Boston Red Sox and the Hall of Fame. 22 years later, they saw another future Hall of Famer, Carl Yastrzemski, on his way to a legendary career with the Red Sox. The Brooklyn Dodgers, who wanted to break the color barrier in the all-white American Association, sent young Roy Campanella to the Saints for a few weeks in 1948 to become the league's first black player. 3 years later, Willie Mays dropped by for a brief and glorious month in May of 1951 when he hit almost 500 for 35 games before the New York Giants summoned him, a move that offended fans so much the Giants ran big ads in the local newspaper trying to explain why Willie was gone. In the movie Field of Dreams, a man built a baseball park at a cornfield after hearing voices say, "Build it and they will come." In 1956, it worked in Minnesota when the city built a stadium in Bloomington's cornfields, hoping to attract a major league team. For several years, only the Millers and their fans came. But in 1961, they finally came. The Washington Senators, soon to become the Minnesota Twins, and owner Calvin Griffith. And just 4 years after that, people from all over the world came to see the Twins in their first World Series out there in the cornfields where the team remained for 20 years. Met Stadium became the home for many great memories, especially of Harmon Killebrew and his soaring home runs. And the kings of the frozen tundra, the Minnesota Vikings, came to Metropolitan Stadium too.